Hi all, I am from Strydo Technologies. Today I am here to give a demonstration about one machine learning project. The title of the project is Water Quality Prediction Using Machine Learning. So in this project we are going to predict the quality of the water, whether the water is good or bad quality by using machine learning algorithms. So in this project we developed front end and back end part. So for doing the machine learning project I am using the Anaconda Navigator platform. So in this I developed my code in the Jupyter Notebook environment. So here is the backend code for that project. So in this project, firstly I have imported all the libraries what I am required for that one for the project. So like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, all this. And after that one, in the first step I have loaded my dataset here. So this is my dataset of that project. So in this dataset of the project, the dataset contains pH value of the water, hardness, solids and sulfate, chloromides, conductivity, organic carbon, all the different attributes is there. So for doing one project, we have to understand the attributes clearly. So this is the dataset. So in this dataset, I have to understand how many rows is there, how many columns is there, how many null values is there, and what is the meaning of this pH, what is the meaning of this hardness. So I have to understand all the attributes clearly, then only I can continue the project. So for that one I have checked the shape of that project and the information of that project, and is there any null values and all the things. So after understanding the project, I have to deal with the null values. Why? Because the null values can't give to machine learning algorithm. So we have to give clear data for the machine. So that's why I have to I have to manage the null values. So here for based on our requirement, I have filled the null values with the mean value. So after that one, I checked null values. So there is no null values in the dataset. Then I have to do EDA part. EDA means exploratory data analysis. So exploratory data analysis means how the dataset is you have to show that in a graphical format. So these are all the graphs of that dataset. So this is the dataset graphs, and this is the correlation part, and this is the pair plot of the dataset. So all this. And after that one, I have checked there are so many graphs are there. I have checked some of the graphs based on my requirement. So what are the output? What is our main aim is to predict the water is good or bad. So the output terms is class names is good and bad. So how many good attributes is there, how many bad quality of water attributes is there, we have to check. So why? Because when we are training a machine, we have to give the balanced data. So for that purpose I do this one. So I have to give the balanced data for the machine learning. So here when I am checking the data set, 0 was the 1998 values is there, and 1 is 1278 values. So that means it is a imbalanced data. So I have to make the data set as balanced. So for that one I done the upsampling technique. So then after the sampling, this is the values, 1 is 2000 and 0 also 2000. So now this is the balanced data set. So for this balanced data set, I have checked the head and tail functions and all this. After that one, train and test split. So in this step I have splitted the data into train and test. So for training purpose I have used 70% of the data. For testing purpose I have used 30% of the data. So why we are taking the 30% of data? So for checking the algorithm accuracy, whether it is predicting correctly or wrongly. So I have to check my own. So that's why I have collected this 30%. I have safe side the 30% of the data. So again remaining 70% of the data I am giving for the training purpose. So this is the data set. After that one, I have to use the algorithms. So here I used 3 algorithms: random forest classifier, ADA boost classifier and gradient boost classifier. So for these are the machine learning algorithm part. So for this part, this is the hyperparameter tuning part. So after doing all the things, I got 83.8% of accuracy. So this is somewhat better accuracy, but I want more accuracy. then I do on the random forest classifier. So for the random forest classifier algorithm also, it's got 84.6% of accuracy. So in previous I got 83% of accuracy. In next part I got 84.6% of it. So better than that one. So I used this algorithm. What is this algorithm? Random forest algorithm, random forest classifier. So then these are the heat maps for the heat map or confusion matrix for the dataset for the algorithm. So then I have to check what are the original class labels and what are the predicted class labels. So this is the algorithm. I applied random forest algorithm here. After that I draw a data frame for this one, the original class label and predicted class label. So this is the one. This is the backend part. So in front end part we have to load these algorithms to front end part. So I have loaded these algorithms into front end part here. So this is the front end part for the water quality prediction. So in this part I have done this is the gradient prediction and this is the random forest pickle file. So from this one I have developed the HTML code and all the things. I designed one front end part. So this is the front end part for the water quality prediction. So when I open the front end part, it is asking some name and password. So I have assigned some name and passwords in the front end part here. So here account name is there. So here I have assigned some front end name and password here. So then I have given the same values in the when it is asking name and password. I have given the Venkat 1234. So then I click on login. Then it comes like this. So here it is asking ID. What is meant by ID? So in the backend part we are saving our data. We are saving our 30% data for testing purpose. That data have to save in a CSV format. So this is the test data CSV format. So in this data all the data is saved in a Excel format. So in this format I have to give any ID number, then all the values are imported to the algorithm. So if I give 19 in the front end part, in the front end it is asking ID, no? So if I give 19 here, so then it is predicted for the 19th values, or in the 19th row what are the values, all the values are imported to the algorithm. Then I have to check the algorithm name. I have to opt the algorithm name, then click on predict. So the prediction says that water quality is good. So if we give another number, if the water quality is bad, it shows water quality is bad. So this is the front end part for the project and this is the back end part for the project. Thank you.